clear, and if this approach works?
I'm standing in front of you.
So you...
It worked, right? That's why I'm here.
Okay, but
I showed myself to be here.
you are supposing that you will have here the same effect you had in Asia.
Asia is worse. It's more closed culture. It's like, you know, microscopically closed. Nobody lets you in. Nobody even marries anyone except the cousins. Like, not good idea. It's closed. It's very, very close. So it works everywhere. It's the same concept. We're human. So the topic of today was understanding the world. The world is exactly the same everywhere. Same fears, same desires, same, you know. We are now all living in mostly Hollywood world. Unfortunately, or fortunately. So to understand the other person, 99% or 90%, they're all the same problems. But we look at it, you call it, you know, potato, and somebody calls it potato. That's all what it is, and there's a war on it. So it's basically the same. There's not much difference in the people I found. As I said, I've traveled a lot.
Yeah.
And I don't see.
That's why I'm.
Everybody will go, they will call it crazy. When you have, for example, you have your successful founder here sitting from H Farm, ask him what they called him 12 years ago, and ask him what they call him now. Whenever you try something new, you will be called crazy. Okay. And you see, if you're not willing, we say, if you're not willing to use your own toothpaste, who else will buy your toothpaste? So if you're not willing to stand up for your own service, you're not willing to make a video about it, you're not standing out for yourself, who else will? Nobody else will. So first you prove that yes, you are 100% believer in your own product. Then other people will believe. So I think everywhere in the world, 99% of the people don't ever listen. It's like they won't buy anything. Only 1% will take the risk. It's the same everywhere. There are the people who take a risk, then there are followers, and the followers, the followers, and the followers of the followers of the followers, and then you buy it, you get all the crowd. And then in the Leonard, have anybody read the book Lynchpin? It explains very well. Lynchpin is a very nice book. I recommend it to all of you to read. It explains also that a lot of geeks, for example, invent a lot of technology, but nobody understands a lot of technology. So the guy, his name is Seth Godin, used to work for Yahoo. Can I borrow your phone?
Of course.
So most geeks or startup people come up with a cool idea, which is very different. You have to understand when Henry Ford started the cars, he said, I never told anybody I'm making cars. Does anybody remember what he said? He was selling horseless carriages. Horseless. It's a carriage, but it doesn't have a horse. Just like today, the self-driving car doesn't have a name. Right? How do you define a self-driving car? Self-driving car. But in future, you will have one name for all of it, maybe autos or something. So most people make mistake of doing this. So this is your norm, and we invent it. We should always invent it simple as possible. If your pitch takes less than 30 seconds to explain to me, I'm not interested in listening to you. No matter how amazing the product is. Because the guy who has the money doesn't have time to understand. He's not here to become a PhD. He's here to make money. Or he is here to oh my God, that's really cool, I like it. That's all they want. And they should be able to understand. So the best people to test your product are the guards, are the people who are like, or your grandmother. If she doesn't understand what you're doing, you need to change the pitch. Just change the pitch. I mean, you can give analogy, as I said, horseless carriage. It's an analogy. It's not a horseless carriage, it's a car. But your grandmother doesn't understand what a car is. So you explain to her in a language, very, very simple words. Use 4 words instead of 1. That's my approach. I never went to college, so I don't read books, so it's good for me. I don't have very difficult vocabulary. I use simple words, but I use 5 words instead of 1. So it's easier for me to explain to any culture. I go in, my English is not that good, I use 5 words to explain myself, it works. And say you have 40 people here, 2 agree, 39 don't agree, or 38 don't agree. But in some time, some other people will agree, and some other people will agree. When you go in a lake, you're looking for 1 or 2 fishes, not the crowd. So you go fishing, you look for your bait, and that's it. And then you grow your business from there. That's what I suggest. I used to be in your shoes. I used to go and we have to have 1 million customers. Now I come and say, just make 10 customers. If the 10 customers work, I have a really cool startup which approached me last week. He wants to create an online hospital. Very cool idea. Anybody can come to hospital, sit in front of the computer, select the doctor, and have an appointment with the doctor on the other side of the world. So simple idea. I mean, it's not new, but nobody does it. Do you know any website which does it? No. So simple. Why isn't anybody? Why isn't it like Airbnb? Why isn't it common yet? It's so simple. But the way he said it, very simple. He's like, how do I get 1,000 doctors to register? I said, hello, get 2 doctors, man. Don't worry about 1,000. Just get 2, and that's it. You will be successful. If you can serve the 2 doctors for 6 months and be patient with the 2 doctors, that's how you bootstrap. Because you don't need money for this. You need money to get 1,000 customers. But for the 2, you don't need anything. You go and hello, hi, I can solve this problem for you. But we are all impatient. We want like 1,000 customers right away and overnight success. I don't know how to do it.
I mean, our boss actually do investors are actually doing that. You have to prove something and scale amazingly fast over there. I mean, this is our box at the moment, yes.
Your box? Oh.
Your box, you're talking about box, and look at this box. Proceeding that as the only option.
You have to have a next guy to explain. I don't know. If you give me $1 million, I wouldn't know what to do.
I want to see your box.
I just don't know how to use money to make money. What I'm good at is, you give me a problem, you give me no money, I can solve it. But that's really no money. If you give me money, I wouldn't better know what to do with it. I just don't know.
It's amazing that our problem is finding money, but
I don't know what to do. Because I don't need the money. If I want to start a pizzeria, I have 700,000 people on my Facebook. I can just put a Facebook status. So I'm building a new city. I'm thinking of building a city for my company. Like we give them housing, we give them apartment, we give them everything. We just work. So I just made a status on Facebook. I'm looking for X amount of space. 3 people inbox me, okay, here's the place. 1 hour later, I'm talking to them. Then I go ahead and again, project manager. All I have to do is use my network in a way which allows me to get anything I want from them. If I need the money, if I can get $1 from each follower, $700,000. So it's build your network. I would suggest build your network as much as possible in your community, outside your community. Remember, the great ideas you will get is not from within your community. It's all from outside your community. The community already would have done something if they had the great idea. And it's not, great ideas not this. Great ideas, remember, small thing, online hospital. It's just how you say it, an online hospital. So simple. It's pitch is over. It's an online hospital. You come in, you register, we take care of it. 10 seconds. If it pitches long, I don't know. And I'm not an investor in that sector who are looking for that. There are other people who would teach you how to. For me, you can learn how to do without doing it. Bootstrap. No more questions? You can go home.
said you had another video.
If you want, I have 1,500 videos. What would you like to see? Anything you want to see in particular? I would love to. So I can show you a video about our school.
Consegnare le cartoline con la mia faccia quando stavo dicendo. È arrivato il momento per te di tenere un po' lo sguardo. Anche è stato Vlad? Sì, ma neanche mi sa perché. Deve arrivare da 50 minuti sicuro. No. Ah sì, perché ha fatto una scuola.
WeHomeSchool.com is a complete, free of charge, mobile-based education system targeted to the 2 billion illiterate people of the world. We are making basic literacy educational content so that everyone in the world can read their name, signboards, newspapers, and books. We are taking the celebrities of the world and requesting them to teach the basic literacy in their language so that the content is more fun than education. And education comes as a byproduct of it without people thinking that they are actually learning. These videos can then be played on basic $12 mobile phones without the internet. This school comes from Pakistan, where 140 million Pakistanis cannot read nor write any language. In India, 700 million do not know how to read their name. And now, WeHomeSchool can teach them how to read in 3 months for free, using the existing commonly used devices. We request that you have a look at our website, our Facebook page, and help us spread the ideas around. You can link to our website from your website. You can print our posters and give them away, or just talk about us to whoever you can. We want everyone in the world to have basic education so that they can distinguish between right and wrong for themselves. WeHomeSchool.com, a project of WeHome Foundation.
The most interesting thing I'm doing for the last 2 years is making clones of myself. Now, how do you make clones of yourself? I'm not trying to make, okay. I'm not trying to make 100% clones, but I'm trying to make 30-40%. Who am I? I speak Urdu, I look brown, I speak a certain way, I'm from a certain country, I like certain food, and all this is because I live in a certain place. What makes you that, or whoever you are? It makes you because you grow up in a certain place, your friends are certain. So what I have been doing is I have been experimenting, and what if I change your friends? What will happen? So I give free laptops to people who would steal 500 of my Facebook friends. So I think, and everybody else says, that who you are, who your friends are. So my friends include Steve Wozniak, Steve K, the AOL, the CNN owner, all kinds of weirdos, amazing people. And I suggest all of you to come and steal it and convince them to become your friends. And if you take, or anybody take 500 of them, I guarantee you will change 400 to 4,000%. Why? Because your newsfeed will change. Everything you consume makes who you are, and it will change. So I've been doing this for the last 2 years, and now I'm telling 500 people, and my new book is coming out on this experiment on how people were able to change everything just because they changed everything. And they became global citizens, like traveling to 10 countries. So I have friends from almost every country in the world. And what friends, change your power. You know, if you have 5 millionaire best friends, you will be definitely realistic because they wouldn't want you to be not driving a Tesla. Right? So they will help you. They will give you tips on. They will kick your ass. They will push you. They will really make you become more successful. That's what this place does for you also, because you're around, interesting people, so you become interesting yourself. And I wanted to do this on Facebook because Facebook is now 2 billion people. How do we take advantage, or how do we get a head start on Facebook? And out of the 500 people you will friend, 5 of them will become definitely good friends. And those 5 friends will allow you to become a new kind of person. So welcome to try this experiment. Come to my Facebook, try to see my friends. Just become my friend and you will automatically start getting friend requests. Because those people trying to see my friends. So I don't have enough European on my Facebook. Enough. So please welcome. And then you will at least have a lot of followers. If you don't want to friend them, that's fine. But this will allow you to really have an interesting vision about the world. And also, I strongly suggest that you have a small percentage partner in developing countries. So, for example, in India, Pakistan, instead of hiring a coder, you make him into a partner. But give him a smaller percentage if you want. And he will work for free. Or just as a co-founder. But he's sitting in another country. And he will have resources which you don't have. You can hire a programmer or intern programmer in Pakistan for $100 a month. I'll repeat it. You can hire an intern programmer for $100 a month. That's all. And you can take this person and you can help him at the same time he's helping you. You can teach him and co-create a global product. Because this is how the world is now. Bandwidth is very cheap. We get $2 a month unlimited bandwidth on our phones. Internet is very cheap. It's English is our language. So it's very, very powerful to co-create as a global product and see how it leverages you. It might not be the best experience you have experienced, but it'll be an experience. And mistakes are which will make you stronger and better. And as the time grows, we will definitely become a more global world, which we already are. And I don't know what you guys and everybody else will create. That will definitely change everything. So take advantage. It's a beautiful, interesting times we're living in. As Peter Diamandis says, solve the problem for a billion people, you become a billionaire as a byproduct. So, the bigger problem you solve, but these are small problems. You try to solve huge problems, but you should not try to solve these problems. You should try to solve, I think, small little problems like you're doing, but for a lot of people. Initially do it for small people, but then you never know what it will become. And if you see around yourself, the most successful things are when you do small things, not big, because they make huge income. With the internet, in practice, it's unbelievable. Thank you so much for listening. I really would love to have selfies with you all. I have 15,000. I'm trying to make a record. And post them and please tag yourselves and get some new friends. It will give you a really interesting perspective. Whichever market you want to explore, make virtual friends, make virtual LinkedIn contacts. Whichever is your competition, you should definitely know them on LinkedIn and Facebook. I was not allowed in the US for 11 years, and our company owns 5% of the US telecom. I was able to do it with my network. You can do the same. It's really possible. They never knew why they wouldn't give me a visa. I still don't know. I'm still working on it. But I got rejected 26 times for the visas. And it's not that if you require money. Money has nothing to do with it. You don't even know. That's like the hard part. You don't even know why you're being rejected. It really feels ridiculous that your life is really miserable just because we're born in one part of the world. So this is why I do what I do, because I believe that even if you have the money, you can't travel. And if you don't travel, you live in a box and then you get ISIS and stuff like that, because they haven't seen the world. If you allow them to travel, they would maybe look for the 70 virgins in the world rather than